Chapter Motion in Plane, and today we discuss the uniform circular motion. In short, it is called UCM. The uniform circular motion, in- if we consider a particle, P or object P is revolved around the circular path whose center O, and or it is also called an object or particle revolve around the circular path with constant speed. Is called uniform circular motion. An object moving with constant speed along the circular path is called uniform circular motion. Or an object or particle revolve around the circumference of circle with constant speed is called uniform circular motion. For example, every electron revolve around the nucleus. This is the example of uniform circular motion. Also, every satellite revolve around the planet in circular orbit. This is the example of uniform circular motion. In uniform circular motion, there is two important conditions. First, the velocity is always tangential to circular path. Suppose this particle P or object P revolve around this circular path. Suppose that this is the radius R, or it is called the radius vector. And this particle revolve around this circular path. Suppose particle at point P, its direction of velocity is, then this circular path and this velocity is always tangential. Suppose this particle is moved at that point, then this is the direction of velocity and this velocity is always tangential to circular path. At point, suppose that this is the direction of velocity and this is the circular path, then the velocity of that object or particle is always tangential to a circular path. And second, the magnitude of velocity is constant. म्हणजे ही वेलोसिटी वाढत नाही आणि कमी सुद्धा होत नाही, त्याची वेलोसिटी कॉन्स्टंट असते आणि वेलोसिटीची दिशा आणि सर्क्युलर पाथ हे एकामेकीला टँजेन्शियल मध्ये असतात किंवा टँजेंट सर्क्युलर पाथला वेलोसिटी टँजेंट असते. Then that type of motion, but its velocity is constant and that object revolve around the circular path, then that velocity or that motion of that particle is called uniform circular motion. Now we define the period. It is denoted as T. Suppose particle P or object P revolve around this circular path, and if this particle cover one revolution, then that time is called period or periodic time. The particle take the time to complete one revolution around this circular path, and that time is called period. Now, suppose this particle P complete one revolution, then the angle it complete an angle, and that angle is 2 pi or 360 डिग्री. ज्यावेळेस पार्टिकल P पासून निघेल आणि एक फेरा कंप्लीट करेल, परत P पाशी येईल, त्यावेळेस तो 360 डिग्री मधून त्याचा अँगल क्रिएट होईल, किंवा 2 पाय रेडियन मधून तो असेल, इथून तो इथपर्यंत येईल. and the radius is constant at every point, or that radius it changes the direction, hence that radius is called radius vector. Radius vector, because this radius, if the particle changes their position, the direction of radius is also changed, hence this radius is called a radius vector. A radius vector is also defined the line joining from position of particle and center of circular path. That line is called radius vector. Now, in case of period, the angle, if the particle complete one revolution, it make angle 2 pi or 360 degree and having some velocity, suppose phi, then the period is equal to angle divided by its velocity. Angle is 2 pi and velocity, suppose phi. Therefore, the period, but this velocity is linear velocity, but the particle is revolve around the circumference of circle. Hence, the angle is 2 pi and the circumference of circle, that is 2 pi r upon phi, because angle period is equal to angle divided by velocity, but he complete one revolution along this circumference, hence we add this period is also defined as circumference of circle divided by velocity, and hence the circumference of circle is 2 pi r upon v. Therefore, the period t is equal to 2 pi r upon v, or phi is equal to 2 pi r upon t. This is the relation between velocity and period, or definition of period. Also, we define the radius vector. The radius vector is nothing but the line joining between position of particle and center of circular path. That line is called radius vector. Also, we define the angular speed. What is meant by angular speed? Angular speed or angular velocity. This angular speed or angular velocity is denoted as omega, and we define the omega. The angular speed is nothing but omega is equal to angle upon speed. Therefore, 2 pi upon t, omega is equal to 2 pi upon t. We use values of t, therefore omega is equal to 2 pi upon t is 2 pi r upon p. 2 pi cancel, therefore omega is equal to p upon r. Or also p is equal to r omega. We get the angular speed omega is equal to v upon r, where v is linear velocity and r means radius vector. Or this relation can be written as v is equal to r omega, where v means linear velocity. This velocity is called linear velocity and omega means angular velocity. This relation is also called a relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. V is equal to r omega. This is about the uniform circular motion. Now we define the expression, or also in uniform circular motion, this is center, this is radius vector, and suppose this is the position of particle. The particle is revolved around the circumference of circle with constant speed. Also there is acceleration, and this acceleration of particle is toward the center of circle or center of circular path. Hence that acceleration is called centripetal acceleration. That acceleration is called centripetal acceleration because this acceleration directed toward the center of circular path. Hence it is called centripetal acceleration, and this centripetal acceleration causes a force, and that force is called centripetal force. That force is called centripetal force. Now we calculate or we derive the expression of centripetal acceleration. What is the value of centripetal acceleration? Therefore, the expression for, we derive expression for centripetal acceleration. We consider object. Suppose this is the x-axis, positive x-axis, x dash, y dash, center O, and the particle or object revolve around this circular path in anti-clockwise direction. Suppose at some time, that is t is equal to 0, the particle at point P0, on positive x-axis direction. We consider the particle performing uniform circular motion because the particle is revolving along this circular path in anti-clockwise direction. Also, this particle possesses uniform circular motion. Hence, we assume that at time t is equal to 0, the particle at point P0 along x-axis or positive x-axis, and sometime t some time t, the particle changes their position. Suppose p0 to p, and suppose this is the radius vector. This is also radius vector. In some time t, the particle changes their position and make angle with the radius vector. समजा आपल्याला एक्सप्रेशन काढायचं आहे सेंट्रिपिटल ऍक्सेलरेशन. आपण मगाशी पाहिले की कुणाला म्हणायचं सेंट्रिपिटल ऍक्सेलरेशन, की जे ऍक्सेलरेशन सेंटर कडे ऍक्ट होतं रेडियस द्वारे, त्याला आपण सेंट्रिपिटल ऍक्सेलरेशन म्हटलंय. तर त्याची किंमत काढायची. मग पार्टिकल आपण विचारात घेतला की तो कसा फिरतोय, अँटी क्लॉकवाईज डायरेक्शन या सर्कल वरती फिरतोय. त्याची मग समजा सुरुवात होणार आहे, टाइम समजा सुरुवात करणार आहे आपण काउंटिंगला, त्यावेळेस पार्टिकल एक्स ऍक्सिस वर p0 या ठिकाणी असणार आहे. समजा टाइम वाढला, 0 पासून t पर्यंत गेला, 1 सेकंद 2 सेकंद टाइम झाला, त्यावेळेस पार्टिकलची पोझिशन p नंतर इथं ह्याप्रमाणे तो फिरत परत p0 कशी येणार आहे. पण समजा असं म्हणून आपण विचार केला की ऍट टाइम t द पार्टिकल p0 पासून p पर्यंत गेला, त्यावेळेस काय झालं, this is the displacement of particle, but the position of radius vector is changed. This is the first position of radius vector, this is the second position of radius vector. Due to these two position there is some angle theta, and this theta is equal to omega t, because the particles revolving around this circular path with constant angular speed omega, and speed omega and time t, omega into t is nothing but theta, and that theta is called angular displacement. This theta is called angular displacement, and angular displacement is defined as the angle made from this center of circle due to radius vector. Radius vector मुळे ह्या सेंटरशी काहीतरी अँगल झाला, and that angle is called angular displacement. Displacement का, तर पार्टिकल p0 पासून p पर्यंत गेलेला आहे. This is called angular displacement of the given particle. Now at that point this radius vector is resolved into two components. Suppose this is the radius vector r bar. This radius vector resolved into two components. First component along x axis, second component along y axis. Then the x axis component is r cos theta, and y axis component r sin theta. In this triangle we use cos theta and sin theta, we get the value of along this component, that is horizontal component along x axis is r cos theta, and along y axis is r sin theta. Hence the radius vector r bar, the radius vector r bar is equal to r cos theta into I cap plus r sin theta into j cap, where I cap and j cap unit vector along x axis and unit vector along y axis. Therefore r bar is equal to r cos, values of theta is omega t into I cap plus r sin omega t into j cap. Now we simplify this. Now this is the radius vector, that is the distance between OP is r bar, and r bar is equal to r cos omega t into I cap plus r sin omega t into j cap, that is I cap and j cap unit vector along x axis and y axis. Now we determine the velocity v bar. We determine the velocity v bar. V bar is equal to dr bar upon dt. Therefore, d upon dt into bracket r cos omega t I cap plus r sin omega t into j cap. काय करावं लागेल आता डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काढावं लागेल आपल्याला d upon dt r cos omega t I cap plus r sin omega t into j cap. But at every point the radius is constant. Hence the radius is taken constant. Therefore into bracket cos the derivative minus sin, omega is also constant, minus omega cos minus sin, omega outside, r outside, therefore minus omega sin omega t into I cap plus. Similarly, sin चा derivative cos r बाहेर घेतले आपण, therefore omega cos omega t into j cap. This is the velocity. Now we determine this equation. Suppose what r cos omega t I cap plus r sin omega t into j cap, equation number 1. We determine the velocity of particle is r into bracket minus omega sin omega t into I cap plus omega cos omega t into j cap. Now we define the acceleration a bar is equal to dv bar upon, or this is equal to d upon dt into bracket r minus omega sin omega t into I cap plus omega cos omega t into j cap. Therefore, we determine the acceleration, and that acceleration is called centripetal acceleration, and centripetal acceleration a bar is equal to r omega, r is constant, omega is also constant, therefore r omega into bracket minus omega a bar is equal to r omega also outside, therefore minus omega, derivative of that sign is cos, that is minus omega cos omega t into I cap, cos a minus sign, therefore minus omega cos a minus sign sin omega t into j cap. Therefore we simplify this, r omega बाहेर घेऊ आपण, मायनस साइन बाहेर घेऊ, कंसात काय राहिला cos ओमेगा t into I cap plus sin omega t into j cap. Rearrange the term, that is a bar is equal to minus omega square आणि r ने आपण आतमध्ये मल्टिप्लाय केलं तर काय मिळालं r cos omega t I cap plus r sin omega t into j cap. But this bracket is nothing but values of r bar, or using equation 1, r bar is equal to this bracket. Hence a bar is equal to minus omega square into r bar. This equation is called centripetal acceleration in vector form, or in taking only magnitude. A is equal to r omega square, where a means centripetal acceleration, r means radius vector, omega means angular velocity. Now put omega is equal to v upon r. Therefore a is equal to r v square upon r square. R cancel. Therefore a is equal to v square upon r. This equation is also called centripetal acceleration, and a is equal to r omega square. Put v is equal to r omega. Or omega is equal to v upon r. We get v upon omega. Then a is equal to r omega square. A is equal to v square upon r. This equation is, suppose this is equation 2, this is equation 3. Equation 2 and equation 3 is the different forms of expression of centripetal acceleration. And another form, that is, this can be written as a is equal to r omega into omega, and but v is equal to r omega. Instead of this r omega, we put a is equal to v into omega. Suppose this is equation 4, equation 2, equation 3 and equation 4 are called centripetal acceleration in different form. A is equal to v omega, where a is centripetal acceleration, v is linear velocity, and omega is angular velocity. This is the expression of centripetal acceleration. Now finally we, in short time, define or we obtain the formula of centripetal force. Centripetal force. The centripetal force, in short, here is equal to, according to Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. This is force, mass into acceleration. But this is the centripetal acceleration. Therefore, put values of centripetal acceleration in equation 2, 3 and 4. We get centripetal force is equal to m v square upon r. Second equation, centripetal force is equal to m r omega square. And third, centripetal force is equal to m v omega. These three equations are the different form of centripetal force, but all these equations give the negative sign. See, centripetal force is equal to minus mv square upon r, centripetal force is equal to minus m r omega square, and centripetal force is equal to minus mv into omega, where the negative sign indicate that the centripetal force and radius vector are in opposite direction. Now consider only magnitude. Centripetal force is equal to mv square upon r.